Hello guys, this is Pavel Oskarov from Laravel Daily Team and YouTube channel Laravel Business, and this is the second video on the topic of freelancing. I didn't expect that to be the thing, but I got a question. I'm not sure if you watched the video 2 days ago. I've shot a quick video to answer a question from my follower who asked me how to get the clients basically at the beginning of the career. And then I received another question basically on how to pitch yourself to clients on job boards like Upwork or wherever, like where can you find clients. So I decided to shoot that one as well as a video answer to the same person or to whoever is interested in that. So here I found 3 examples of my own pitches on Upwork. It was a long time ago, but still they're pretty relevant. And the question to you guys who are pitching yourself, do you do the same kind of work or similar? I think that most people, what they're doing wrong when pitching, they just copy paste, like I'm a developer with X years of experience and I can help, let me know, just 1 or 2 lines. In reality, what helps me usually to win the projects is actually taking the time to analyze. So taking the time to analyze and then a few sentences or a few paragraphs about that particular project, and only then about myself if needed, and also touching on the exact pain points of that project and giving the examples from my own blog or YouTube or quick admin panel or whatever is relevant. So let's take a look. Project number 1. Hi, accepting your invitation. Actually, in all 3 cases, I was invited to the project. So that does help to win, really. And also by that time, I had a good rating on Upwork, so that also helps. But still, the pitch is the pitch, and it has to be professional and has to touch personally the client. So I'm talking about the project. I can't really comment on your project. The client is mentioning Angular, and this is CRM. And I honestly, I confess that I don't work with Angular. I only work with Vue.js. So honesty really helps. And also I mentioned experience with CRMs. A few videos, our quick admin panel also helps. What does that mean? Basically, what can you feel from this? Imagine yourself in client's shoes. This pitch means that I actually have read the description, which a lot of people don't do. Then I took the time to analyze it and I talk in their language. So for example, another example, if you go to a dentist and dentist just without listening to your problem just tries to, or any doctor actually, tries to give you medicine, which is default for everything, for everyone, you probably won't be happy, right? So same here, client wants to hear stuff about their project and some personal stuff. So that's example number 1. Example number 2, again, accepting your invitation. And that's pretty funny story because the pitch, the job itself was pretty funny. The way it was written, formulated, including that's even with swear words. Anyway, I even, since I'm in the business world and that person is also in the business world, I've mentioned an article, I've read recently about someone raising money or something like that. So yeah, I need to analyze its current code, and I mentioned that quick admin panel helps, and only then I write about me. Of course, I write with all the links that I have, my blog, my Laravel news contribution, my YouTube channel, and also I mention Upwork to operate a status, which probably they see already on Upwork job board anyway. So again, similarity. So I talk about like hello, and that hello is totally relevant and personal. Then 1 sentence about the project, but in this case I couldn't say much because it wasn't really in detail. So I need to analyze current code, and only then about me with main points and with relevant links. And then example number 3, starting from the straight to the point. What are the reasons to move away from Shopify? So it was a project of doing Shopify app to Laravel, I think, from what I remember. And then about myself. This time actually I kind of moved around. So I was talking about myself first, but I mentioned that I worked with Stripe. So they needed to use Stripe. Also, they needed to use Easy Post, and I honestly mentioned that I don't have any experience with that, but since it has API, it shouldn't be a problem. And a question to you, and also Upwork, what it gives the ability to answer more questions that clients ask, as a form like question 1, question 2, question 3. So some of that pitch isn't in the original message, some of it is in question answer section. But what I want to say by that, a few things probably, and I'm repeating myself almost at this case. So do you do the job to analyze the project of the client and spend the time to actually write message in their language for their specific project, mentioning your experience with links you have? If you don't have links, of course that's bad. So you probably need to start blogging somewhere, and that blogging, you shouldn't do that for SEO purposes only. It may work for SEO. For Laravel Daily it worked, but I didn't plan it to work for SEO, so people started finding me on Google, and now the blog has 6,000, I think the last time I checked, 6,000 visitors per day, which is pretty huge. But it helped exactly in that situations. So for pitching the client, I can point to exactly the right article for that specific project, like CRM, article about CRM that I've written. Quick admin panel, article about Stripe in this case, if we're talking about Stripe. So that helps in pitching, really. And of course, it takes time. At the time, I was pitching really heavily and expanding my team a few years ago. So it took me on average half a day to analyze Upwork projects, then picking the right ones, and then preparing those pitches like these ones. So it is almost a full-time job of selling yourself before even writing any line of code. So that's freelancer's life, or agency life, or whoever is selling their services. So just being a good developer isn't enough, and just by writing I'm a professional developer with X years of experience, that doesn't work. At least in Upwork, with a lot of competition with other developers. Hope that was helpful and will help you to pitch and to win more clients. And if you have more questions, just shoot in the comments on YouTube in this video, under this video, and see you guys in the next videos in this channel.